Hello, this is Transformers fan G138. I'm here with a video review of Transformers Generations Whirl. And I will say this one steals the cake, I guess? I don't know. This one is awesome. This one, honestly, was my least favorite looking at the mock-ups. Let's just put it this way, I thought it had way too much orange and it just looked completely bad, and this was a terrible idea for Whirl. My opinion completely changed once I got this in hand. This one, if you only get one from the set of 5 wreckers, I would suggest getting Impactor. If you're going to get 2, get this guy as well. If you're going to get 3, get this guy, Impactor, and Roadbuster. The other 2 are okay. I got them because I don't have any other opportunity for their character. But anyway, this one is fantastic. I love this mold now. Not so much on this guy. I don't know why. I think it just works really well for Whirl. I didn't think it would with all this weird deco on him. All this like molded plastic. But it actually surprisingly works really well. And I'm fascinated with looking at this on the camera. It's just kind of fun. Anyway, so he comes with this extra weapon, like all the rest of the wreckers in this wave. Basically, you push it forward, and it's supposed to spin. Doesn't always. Yeah, it's a really bad gimmick, but at least you got a gun. However, in the instructions, there is no way to store it in vehicle mode, but for whatever reason, it fits really nicely over one of the swords off the side. Yeah. So, I guess you could store it there, or not at all. Let's see, it's literally just pegged into one of the swords, which don't need to be here anyway. These can go off somewhere. And you got a really nice looking helicopter, regardless. And with a nice machine gun. I just think this is like, if Whirl is a helicopter on Cybertron, this would be it. Anyway, really enjoy this figure. He's got this nice Autobot symbol here. The 2 blues really complement each other. The orange is a nice contrast. I thought the orange would look completely bad on this guy, and it doesn't. So let's go ahead and get him transformed. Start by collapsing these 2 into 1. And just, these don't really clip in there nicely, but they do clip in there. Separate these, fold in the gun, rotate this down, flip these in for the backs of the legs. And there you have the legs done. Move up to the rest of the torso here. You want to just unclip these arms, flop them around, and clip these into place up here. Want to just unfold and turn these arms around. Turn this panel here around, revealing the hand and the weird elbows, but whatever. Then I want to take this, turn the waist around, flip this completely down. I'll actually want to lift this up and then push that up, then clip it down. Then flip this part down, flip the head up, spin it, and down. And we have a very for the first time since the original toy, we have a Whirl looking head. Doesn't have an antenna, but safety issues on that. Very cool looking when it's like all transformed like this. Honestly, this screams Whirl. Yeah, this battle skirt, I could do without it. Like, to be honest, that would just look better if the skirt wasn't there. And honestly, it's just held in by a pin, so I really wonder how it would look without it. I mean, really. I think it would be nice without the battle skirt. But it also acts as the heel in combine mode, which I don't intend to use a lot, if at all, other than a video review I'm going to do of it. So, essentially, you put this gun in this hand on my figure, it's nice and loose. But, put it in this hand over here, it's nice and tight. And it stops that from moving. But you still have two swords, so I have them dual wield them like it's a double-ended staff-like thing. Like, kind of like a... It's kind of cool looking. I really like the brighter blue on the swords. I mean, I'm a fan of swords to begin with, but I really like the looks of these. It makes them look like they're like energized blades and not just solid. I really like them. I just do. The arms are nice and tight. Has no issue holding this gun at just about any angle. Out straight. Perfect. This gun is actually very perfect for this figure. It's a little tricky with the helicopter blades. But anyway, I highly enjoy the playability on this figure. I really like it. The orange isn't overtaxing the figure at all, like I thought it would. So I was completely wrong about this figure when I started. This one is the hidden gem in the set. So as far as articulation goes, I'll pull off the weapons here and set them aside. As far as articulation, we have a ball and socket joint head. Head gets in a little bit of the shoulders, but not nearly as much as the original version of the mold here. His head is way thicker and has literally no motion with those pieces. This one has quite a bit. So, it's got a waist swivel, which is nice. And you move down to the legs. We got ball and socket joint here. A little limited due to the battle skirt, but the battle skirt can move. He's got a swivel just above the knee, as well as a double jointed knee, the way the transformation is, which doesn't quite go over 90 degrees because of this thing, although if you send this out to the side, well over 90 degrees. Actually, sorry, it does go 90 degrees. It doesn't go beyond 90 degrees. Well, it does. It just... Sorry, I totally messed that up. It does go over 90 degrees regardless. Then you have a ball and socket joint here, a swivel above the elbow, and a hinge here. Doesn't quite go 90 degrees though. Ratchet joint. Yeah, that pretty much covers the articulation. Although this does spin over here too, and this is annoying. Like my issue with the original figure, I'd prefer if this part was attached to this rather than his arm. Not much I can do about it right now. That's the same complaint I had with the first version of the figure. But I don't mind it. With this giant, huge gun here, I really don't mind it as much as I do on the original version, which is Vortex. Vortex, it's very annoying, but I don't mind it on this guy. So, that's that. I'm going to do the combine mode, but I just wanted to show off the comparison here. This is the one that looks good from all the angles, though. Just like the first one. Some of them, you look at their backs and they're completely hollow. This one is very much filled in. Very well designed toy. Didn't love Vortex. I hated it, actually. Did not like Vortex. But I really love Whirl. I thought he would be a lot worse than he was. It could be that I just was not having any expectations for this guy. And he just impressed me a little bit, and therefore it seems like it's more. But if you're going to get some of the figures out of this set, I'd highly recommend this guy. I say Impactor not because he's an excellent toy, but because he's Impactor. And if a lot of people buy him, Hasbro will most likely do a better version of him in the future. That's their MO. Well, I guess now it's time to do the combine mode. Basically, they have this guy turning into a foot, which means we have to put him back in helicopter mode, essentially. Flip the head around, fold it up, fold this up, take this, fold it around, open these back up, rotate these. Well, we'll do that after. Flip this in. Well, rotate this around like this and do some weird stuff. Flip this up. The way these arms fold up is weird, that's all. Once you get used to it, it's not hard to figure it out. But the instructions are definitely not clear on it. I'll give you that. But if you have Vortex, then you understand. It's the same exact transformation, just with a different head. There we go. Now it sits nice and sturdy, flat. Those plug together. This flips around. These, we want to pull out the gun. Now the cool thing is I don't have to fight to keep this together, because now I literally just pull this out and down on these extra hinges. Fold this together. Then literally fold this up, and these become the foot, and this battle skirt ends up becoming the heel. And this happens to make a very sturdy foot. Actually, I think this is the most sturdy foot this set makes. And I haven't tried it before I got the set, which is nice. But if you want, you could actually use the swords to make the foot wider. Not that you would want to or need to, but you could. I like it. But that's just, I like this figure. I like this version of the mold a lot better than I like either of the two Vortexes I have. Anyway, that concludes my video review. If you have any questions about this figure, please post a comment down below and I will get back to you. I think that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.